This is me. My name is Michael, I'm 18, and I'm a first year student at the University of Sydney. From the outside, I look like an ordinary person living a normal life. I also have a severe medical condition and disability. If the level of sugar in my blood is not monitored, I can become very sick or even fall into a coma. My disability requires constant monitoring for me to stay healthy. I'm a person living with type 1 diabetes. People without type 1 diabetes have a functioning pancreas, which moderates how much sugar is in their bloodstream, but those with type 1 do not. Because this risk exists, I need to make sure people around me know about my disability. Foundations such as the JDRF put out information booklets and posters to provide information about the condition to workplaces and schools. These are essential because people will often not realise a person is living with diabetes until they see that person treating themselves. These information packs help raise awareness for my condition, but they aren't perfect. Because the information in these handouts is meant to be simple and easy to comprehend, the complexity of the condition is often lost on people reading. Type 1 and type 2 diabetes can be confused as well because of what people think they know. People living with type 1 and type 2 diabetes have very different needs. Many people with type 2 can manage their diabetes with tablets or dieting, whereas those with type 1 mainly use injections or insulin pumps, like mine. Similarly, infographics like this one correctly identify many of the symptoms of low blood sugar. However, some of these symptoms are also related to high blood sugar. People with low blood sugars may not experience all of these symptoms, and some may not experience any at all, which is a particularly dangerous and unidentified risk. Secondly, this lack of understanding often leads to potentially ignorant or offensive communication with those living with type 1. Because type 1 is a very complex condition, simplified handouts like the ones used in schools and workplaces can contribute to this confusion. People with a lived experience of type 1 often note similar comments made to them.
Have you tried cinnamon? I heard it can cure you. Can you test my blood sugar? But you don't look fat. Are you sure you can eat that cake?
These all show a clear lack of knowledge of type 1. Because people associate sugary food with type 2 and understand that high blood sugar levels are bad, they assume that a person with type 1 cannot eat sweet food, which is incorrect. They also often do not realise that the equipment used to manage diabetes can't be wasted or used by different people for hygiene reasons. The information provided by booklets does not often account for these misconceptions and can make them worse if the information is too simplified. Despite their pitfalls, information handouts for schools and workplaces are greatly helpful in communicating the needs of those with type 1 diabetes. I hope this presentation has helped you understand what people living with my disability do to manage. In the future, I hope that people will have a far greater understanding of the needs of people with type 1 through the help of better information sources to fix these issues.